Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing an American League Division Series preview. On both of them, we're doing the Astros and the White Sox, and the Red Sox and the Rays. This is recorded on Wednesday, the day of the NL wildcard, so that's going to be fun. So let's get into this. So I have kind of guessed what the pitching matchups are going to be like. They aren't 100% set in stone past game 2. The Red Sox haven't even announced their starters at the time of the recording, so I'm guessing, basically. So let's go into this. For the Astros and the White Sox, I got McCullers Jr. versus Lynn for Game 1, Framber Valdez versus Giolito Game 2, Greinke versus Rodon Game 3, and I didn't even do Game 4 and Game 5, because who knows how people are going to do that. Like, that can be interpreted so many different ways for different teams, so I didn't even bother and their if necessary games. So yeah, that's just kind of my thing. Going through the lineups for the Astros, kind of, again, guessing. I got Altuve, Brantley, Jordan, Correa, Bregman, Gurriel, Tucker, Myers, and Maldonado to kind of go right through that lineup. I think this is probably the best American League lineup. It's just so good. Everyone's performing well. Everyone hits the ball besides Maldonado. I think it's between honestly, this series is going to be such a fun series because they got two of the best lineups in the American League playing against each other. So that's awesome. Going through the White Sox lineup, they got Timmy A, Luis Robert, Yohan Moncada, Abreu, Grandal, Jimenez, Vaughn, Garcia, and Hernandez. Kind of rounding out their lineup. Again, the only guy who really doesn't hit the ball a whole bunch would be Cesar. But even then, he still hits the ball when he needs to. That's why they're dangerous. Grandal's always on base, either walking or hitting bombs, so that's fun. Tim Anderson, man, watching him in the playoffs is going to be awesome. This is going to be such a fun series. So yeah, my prediction though, sadly, is Houston in 4. I just think the fact that the Astros, they've been there, they've done it. You know, these guys, everyone in this lineup besides Myers and, Alvarez really have gone through, and even Tucker have gone through the thick of it. Like, they went 17, 18, 19. Then you're adding Tucker, you're adding Maldonado and Alvarez in 19 and 20. They went through 20 as well. They were the worst team in the American League that made the playoffs 2020, and they were the second best team in the playoffs for the American League side. So this team turns it up another level in the playoffs, and that's going to be such a huge factor into this game into this series, as to why I have the pick of the Astros. It's also really dark still, so does that help? What if there, we'll try this. So yeah, my what to watch for is a little bit different because it's for a series, not a game. The Astros bullpen, how will they continue in the playoffs? Because they were strong kind of this last month and a bit with the addition of Graveman. And I think it was Yimi Garcia they added from Miami. So will their bullpen continue to be strong is a big question for me. Because that was the worst bullpen, one of the worst bullpens at the beginning of the year. So, yeah. How will they handle the pressure in the playoffs for the White Sox young guys? Anderson, Robert, Moncada, Jimenez, Vaughn, Garcia. How are they going to handle it? I know Anderson and Robert and Moncada and Jimenez, they kind of did it last year, but they only did it for 2 games, and they kind of didn't seem like the same White Sox in that series. So watching how they're going to be going through this is going to be super interesting. Are they going to jump on at bats? Are they going to have a different approach at the plate, trying to get the big thing done? That's kind of what's going to happen here. So I'm interested on that. Injuries, Robert and Jimenez, can they stay healthy to play through the series? Those two have been the guys who have basically been getting hurt the most this season. They were out the longest. Can they stay healthy through these playoffs. They've stayed healthy since they've come back. But can they continue? That's the big question. If they can, it's a good chance for Chicago. Correa. Can he continue to have his strong postseason career? He was the villain last year in the playoffs. He was hitting home run after home run after home run. He single-handedly led the offense back 3-0 to force a Game 7 in the ALCS. Can he continue that in the playoffs? That's going to be such an interesting factor. Are they going to pitch around him? It's going to be so fun to watch that. And then Yordan Alvarez. How will he handle the playoffs? He didn't really get a whole bunch of it last year. Obviously, he played in 2019, but he was all right. Can he have his all-star performance where he's hitting nukes? That's a huge thing because if he's off, if he doesn't have it, now you got a big hole right in the middle of your lineup. But if he has it, your lineup's deep. Keys to the series, for me, Astros bullpen is going to be a huge one. Myers and McCormick, they're going to be splitting the most time. They've been successful during the regular season. Can they continue to be successful in the postseason? That's going to be something big. Maldonado holding the running game. Tim Anderson loves to steal bases. Moncada can swipe a couple bags. Robert's pretty fast. Can he hold them back to just holding the one base? That's going to be a huge factor for this series. So, yeah. For the White Sox, the rotation. You got a really good rotation with Lynn, Giolito, Rodon. Just, Rodon, how does he handle the playoffs? Can he continue? He's been amazing this year. Can he continue his success? Lance Lynn, can he be that ace, that horse that goes 7 innings, unlike Garrett Cole was? And, how does Giolito do? Because Giolito, if he's pitching in a night game, is almost a guaranteed win. He is super good during night games, but day games he struggles. So I think there's a chance they might ensure that he starts the night game over the day game if you're looking at that. So the rotation's going to be huge. Abreu and Grandal, them being leaders, how are they going to help the young lineup? They have to bring in their veteran presence with hey, this is how we do it. Grandal did it with the Dodgers, did it with the Brewers. And now he's doing it with the White Sox. He's got to bring in his postseason experience and kind of be hey guys, this is how we're going to do this. And Abreu being there since day one in this organization, he's kind of got to be here and hey, this is what we're doing. You got to go through with this. And then Kimbrel, can he be good? He's struggled a little bit. He doesn't like the role he's in. He's got to be good in the playoffs if this team wants a chance. So yeah. My prediction was Houston in 4, and I stand by that. Now we're going to go through the Rays and the Red Sox. So, the Red Sox, they haven't even, announced their starters, so I'm kind of guessing. I got Erod versus McClanahan for Game 1, Sale versus Baz for Game 2. That's the must-watch game of the series, by the way. Pavetta versus Rasmussen for Game 3, and then Game 4 and Game 5 I haven't touched. This is going to be such a fun series, Sale has to go deep in Game 2. Baz versus Sale is going to be super fun. So, yeah. Lineups, just going with what they did in Game 162 against the Yankees for the Rays, because they have 4 different lineups for 5 different pitchers. I'm going to kind of do my best to guess. I got Lau at second, Arozarena in right, Franco short, Cruz DH, Meadows in left, Choi at first, Zunino catcher, Wendell at third, and Kiermaier in center. That's a really good lineup. They hit all the way around, and they get on base really well. And Zunino just hits bombs. Same with Cruz. Franco gets on base 50 times now in a row. So that's awesome. Red Sox, they got Hernandez, Devers, Bogarts, Schwarber, Verdugo, Renfroe, Vasquez, Dalbec, Arroyo. I haven't put in JD Martinez because it hasn't been said whether he'll be able to play or not. Judging by the fact that he missed the wildcard game, I wouldn't be surprised if he's unavailable for this series as well. So, yeah. My prediction is very cruel. I got Tampa Bay in 3. I think this is a sweep. It's just this Tampa Bay team's built different. They figure a way to get shit done. They win games they're not supposed to, and they're going to do that this playoffs. So I got Tampa Bay in 3. My what to watch for are JD Martinez. Will he be healthy enough to play this series? If not, who picks up the slack? Schwarber, can he continue to hit the ball hard? Absolutely rocketed some balls last night. That big home run against Cole. He's got to continue to do that. The slack, can Verdugo, Devers, and Bogaerts continue to pick up the slack left with the offensive hole from JD Martinez not being in there? That was my huge what to watch for the wild card game, and it worked. They picked it up. Verdugo drove in 2. Bogaerts hit that home run. Devers was continuously getting on base. It worked well for them, and they won the game. Starters, the Rays starters, how well will they perform in the playoffs? Especially Baz, because it's his first time not only in the playoffs, but facing Boston. The pressure hasn't got to him so far, but it might catch up. So yeah, I just want their starters to me is going to be a very important part because McClanahan, Rasmussen, and Baz, excluding Baz is probably the best starter in the first 3 games. Those 2 guys, those aren't really what you'd expect. You're expecting Glasnow, even maybe Chris Archer. I wouldn't want Chris Archer, but you're expecting a Glasnow game 1, a Yarbrough piggyback somewhere, mostly because he just absolutely destroys the Blue Jays, so I assume he's good. So yeah. Bullpen. The better bullpen will win this series. Both teams are going to heavily rely on their bullpen. I think Tampa Bay might a little bit more than Boston will because Tampa Bay only lets their starters go about 5 or 6 innings anyways. So they need their bullpen to continuously be strong throughout this playoffs and the series, and Boston has to hope that the guys that have been struggling can pick it up and play well. So yeah, keys to the series for Boston is JD Martinez's health. He's got to be healthy for them to have a shot to win a game even in this series. Sale's ability to pitch late in games. Last time we saw him, he got pulled after 2 1/3. So yeah, Sale's ability to pitch late in games to this series is going to be super huge. And the ability to score runs early and often. Tampa Bay scores a boatload of runs, and they don't give a lot of runs up. So they got to be able to cash in the early double, the early leadoff walk, all that stuff. They got to be able to do it, and every game. Tampa Bay, the starters, again, I just went over it, kind of young guys, not really who you'd expect to be starting games for them in the playoffs. So that's going to be something to watch. The bullpen will win them the series if they continue to be strong and scoring runs late in the game. Tampa Bay finds ways to win games when they shouldn't, because that's what good baseball teams do. And they're going to continue to do that, but they have to score runs late in the game. They got to take advantage of Boston's weak bullpen. So yeah, going over again, my prediction was Tampa Bay in 3, Houston in 4, and they'll meet in the American League CS. So yes, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you all in the next one during the NLDS preview. Hopefully this NL wildcard game is awesome, and we'll catch you all later. Peace out. Goodbye. Be sure to subscribe if you're brand new. Share this with your friends if they like baseball. This is definitely the place to be. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.